What do I call you? Cinnamon toast or Ken? Cinnamon toast Ken?
Call me Ken. Wait, what do I call you? Do I call you Oompa or Ville or Caleb?
You can call me Vil.
Ville?
Don't call me Vil. Don't call me Vil.
Yo, Ville, what's up, bro?
Yeah. So you know James Corden, right?
I know of him. Yes.
You don't know him personally. That's fortunate. Do you know do you know? Have you ever watched any late night TV? Who's your favorite late night TV host?
Is there like a favorite you can have now? Are any of them good?
So I think there's one day, I hope it doesn't happen, but there's a picture of mine floating around somewhere.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
We found it.
Conan, is he still around?
That was what I was gonna ask. Conan around? I don't know.
Is he around?
No.
Well, James Corden sucks for sure. James Corden is terrible. And I think he's very annoying. And he also replaced my favorite late night talk show host, Craig Ferguson. I don't know if you've ever heard of Craig Ferguson, but he is underrated for sure in terms of comedy and just being entertaining to people and being a good guy. He's a good guy as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Rare.
Crazy. Rare. Wow.
Unlike James Corden.
This guy. But my very close friend, Sunny V2, that's a lie, never talked to him once, made a video called How James Corden Destroyed His Reputation, and it is full of tea. Which is what the people call stuff that we like to consume, and that is just also being able to shit talk James Corden, which I really like that a lot. By the way, but this has 10 million views,
So it's got to be good. In fact,
it has to be good.
Oh, they got the video analytics over there. Sorry.
I don't know if I've even used that.
Gotta get the SEO, man. You know.
Look, there's no pinned comment. This is bad SEO. No chapters.
Yeah, no.
Bad SEO.
Who did this? Jesus.
Lame. Dislike. Yeah, so James Corden also, he just kind of appeared out of nowhere as well. That was a weird thing. And
True.
He just
I don't remember where he came from.
He's an industry plant. All right. He's like Ice Spice. He's like who's the newest industry plants?
Don't ask me. I'm a hermit. I have no idea what's going on out there in the world.
Me neither. I just get fed stuff and then I believe it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I don't even read like the news articles. Just whatever the title of the news article is fact. Yeah, okay, that's the truth.
Yeah, I'll literally read something. I'll go to I'll search something news and then I'll just start reading stuff and telling it to people. Just the headlines though.
Yeah, I'll make a video about it and spread it to everyone and have no idea what I'm talking about.
Hey guys, here's what to think today. All right, this is a 10-minute Sunny V2 video, so we'll be respectful. I'll link it down below, whatever. I also have this bad habit of just imitating everything he does, imitating everything he says, because he's a very easy voice to imitate. So let's hear. Okay. I'll give you an example.
I'm ready.
James Corden has slowly developed.
James Corden has slowly developed one
of the worst reputations in media history, and the foundation for his decline began when people started to realize that James Corden was a completely different person when he wasn't on camera.
Okay, just to start, this is pretty common. Most people are not the same person they are on camera.
Don't tell them the secrets.
To be honest, we both know very well about this, is for sure. And I can imagine people who are in Hollywood who have like producers and just massive teams of people trying to create a specific image. This guy is nothing like this in real life, I bet.
I always like the article, the Reddit page is like, he's not as nice as he seems when he's in real life. Like that's a big
shit.
Wow.
No shit.
Groundbreaking.
I met him and he was rude. Okay.
He just got off like a flight and he was like, his eyes were red and he looked like he was about to fall over. And I was like, can I take a picture? And he told me to screw you. So rude. Never forget.
I hate that guy so much.
James presents as a happy, polite, easygoing comedian whose goal is to simply make the audience laugh.
Oh, God.
Although there's a mountain of evidence showing that in his private life, he's the exact opposite to this. As a result of his excellent performance on a British TV show called Gavin and Stacey.
There's your problem right there. British TV. He started in British TV. Ugh. Have you seen the British Office?
Yeah.
You probably like it, don't you?
You want some real tea?
Yeah.
I don't like any incarnation of The Office.
Me neither.
I don't like the show.
Dude, I've
never liked it.
I think overall it's just bad. I think Steve Carell is funny. but it's just I can't watch it.
Like it makes me cringe in real life.
Yes.
It's like, oh God.
Yes.
Is this funny? Am I supposed to laugh? They
I don't
they
get
looked at the camera like they know. Okay.
That's true.
God,
They work at a
there's
paper
bunch of-
factory. Cringe.
There's a bunch of middle-aged white people that just flipped their table over when I said that. They're just like, what?
Millennials. You just pissed off a lot of millennials.
But everyone else likes it, so I have to like it, and then I make it my personality, Ken. I feel personally attacked now.
Parkour.
Screw your show.
Parkour.
Oh, actually, my wife is probably pretty mad about that. I'm sorry, Mary. It's not that great. Okay, it's old.
Yeah, this dude, he sucks though. This guy came from British TV. Ricky Gervais,
award.
original Office. Oh,
The award he's got, like he said that's the British equivalent of the Oscars. It's like 2 cards and some glass.
yeah, 2 cards and
Wow,
some glass.
weak.
Also, look at this. Look at the set. Oh,
Look, it's classic. Yes.
ancient Greece. Pff, shut up. What is this? A Monty Python bit?
James would win the British equivalent of an Oscar, although accompanying
British
this award
equivalent
was an
of an
ego boost that
Oscar.
began to get out of control.
You
He
can
won an
start to
Oscar.
think you're perhaps a bit more of a dude than you really are, and that very much happened to me. You know, I
Oh,
had
he
a
admits
swagger
it.
in my walk.
He literally admitted it.
He had a little swagger in his walk. All right. That baby face James right there.
That's
Wow.
little baby boy James. Yeah, that's when he was bullied in what is it called? What do they call high school out there across the pond? Primary or something?
Oh, that's like your kindergarten. This primary.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
He's already looking down his nose at me. God. Maybe it's just like maybe he did get bullied a lot, and it's like a defense mechanism now for him just to like be so aggressive and mean to everyone.
True. Yeah. He's it's like a fat bastard and I'm not trying to imply or anything, but fat bastard and Austin Powers. And he's like, it's hard being an overweight child. I'm not saying James Corden is an overweight child. I'm just saying it's hard being him.
He is. Like I don't know. I don't know.
It's just hard being him. It's just hard for him to be him, it seems like.
Yeah.
And that's why he's taking it out on us, the common people. Me and you, the common people, Ken.
I didn't deserve this. All right. I would just want to sit here and react and be an armchair psychologist. Okay.
James explained that as 2008 wore on, it got so bad I was being rude to my
Oh, he even
agent,
said
and
that.
I even started being rude to Ruth. If I was in company and the conversation wasn't revolving around me, I would just switch off.
What? So he's a giant ass, and he admits it. Why is he talking about it as if it's like some kind of like addiction he struggled with?
Yeah. So I'm gonna like he's aware, very self-aware, but unapologetic, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I was an asshole, guys.
Yeah. Still am, you know.
Still
I think
am,
he'd make a
but-
great YouTuber, you know. He'd be
That's
pretty
true.
good at
He
that.
would. He would make an excellent YouTuber. I know so many YouTubers, and they're all like James Corden. Not really. But every YouTuber I've ever made videos with, aside from Ken and Muda and Nux, just like James Corden. Sorry, everybody else. That's a joke.
Can't believe them.
Corden began to live a typically irresponsible, newly famous lifestyle.
Had started going out quite a lot. This door had opened to
He
this
loves
world
talking
that I
about
thought
himself.
Looked like fun, where people go, "You're amazing. You're great. Can I have a photo? Do you want a drink? Come out with us."
That seemed. Why is he reading it like that? Is that an AI? Is that his fucking autobiography or something? Like, what is he? Did he write a memoir already?
He wrote that while he was in the cab with some people he didn't know,
I know.
potentially getting murdered.
I hang out with people I don't know. I drink a lot of wine.
Would you get in a cab and go to someone's house that you never met before from like a club or something?
No,
No.
I wouldn't do that.
James Corden claimed that his streak of irresponsibility came to an end after attending 18 months of therapy.
Oh wow. Oh. Okay. So he dealt with it. He tried to deal with his problems. He became rat-like. He developed rat-like behaviors.
What a rat.
What a fucking rat.
So I'm a little disconnected, you know, since I'm a hermit in my house all the time. Whenever someone they're being a dickhead, they're being awful, and they throw out that they go to therapy.
Yeah.
Not supposed to automatically be like, oh,
Yeah, good job. Good for you. You've changed, I bet.
you talked to someone that told you how awful you are within you know a way that you can understand, but have you changed
Yeah.
at all?
I went to Walmart recently. Expects round of applause. Exactly. Yes. But did I buy
he's one of the people
affordable
now.
clothing? I didn't. Yeah, I agree though completely. You see that so much, it's like an excuse. Oh, I'm in therapy now. I'm in therapy now for my bad behavior.
Yeah, when someone's like they're on the back foot, like, oh, you're coming after me. Well, you know, I'm depressed.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
problems.
I have ADHD.
Like, okay, well, you're still being an asshole and making
dude.
everyone else's life miserable. So
Yeah.
you had that before. I knew that, so I'm still mad at you. Anyway, yeah.
Examples of him treating people like garbage. For example, James Corden stated in a BBC4 interview
What?
he needed to bully
I told
his way
you.
to the top of the media world.
He's a
which can be
victim.
observed in
He's gonna
certain
fight his way
events,
up
such
to the
as time
top.
we get into a public argument with another incredibly respected actor, Patrick Stewart.
Have you seen this video?
I haven't actually. No.
Oh my gosh, this is like this is one of the very few things I've seen on James Corden actually just being a POS, and like it's kind of jarring. I'll just check this out. This is actually disgusting.
When the presenters are up
It's
here
so
and
cringe.
when the recipients are receiving their awards, don't stand at the back of the stage with your hands in your pockets, looking around as though you wished you were anywhere but here.
Oh, you couldn't be more wrong, sir. And if it looked like that, I'm so sorry. But when you come up and present an award, just get on with it. Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline. Go on. No, seriously, go on.
Okay.
No, go on.
Which was concluded by James and Patrick bickering in the background while someone else was talking on the microphone.
How about that?
He's arguing with Professor X, man. You can't do that. The guy's like
What's that guy's name? Patrick
Stewart. Yeah, dude. Patrick Stewart's like the freaking. I don't like, he seems like a very wholesome and nice guy, like all the time.
Yeah.
And you can't just.
It's so bad.
Oh, screw James Corden. God, I was gonna try to just be the devil's advocate or whatever, just argue for his sake, but no. Get out of here, James. Screw you. Good Lord.
There's like one part of this where like he's in his face too, that's what bothers me a lot. He's like kind of like leaning into his face. This guy's a legend on the right, and this is James Corden.
Right. Talk
Like
show
if anyone
host.
has the exactly host of singing in cars with people that no one in their right mind cares about, it's crazy to me.
From where I was sitting, I can see your belly.
You can see my belly, and we can all see you dying right now. Let's go for it.
What? Two adult men, one a legend, one James Corden.
All right.
Anyways.
Convince me. I hate James Corden now.
I mean, that is such an unlikable video. It's just gross.
I really didn't know much about him to begin with because, just never actually watched TV, and now
Yeah.
now I feel like I know too much. I'm just like, I'm gonna dream about this at night, like wake up in cold sweats. Oh, Patrick, I would have helped you. I would have fought for you.
He's one of your ops now. You're one of James Corden's ops.
Now, to cut James some slack, Patrick Stewart was probably in the wrong here, considering he was the person who began the argument. Interestingly, after James Corden gave him a very favorable introduction.
What was really confusing about it was I gave him like a massive intro.
Yeah, I know.
I said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome an actor who's held in such high esteem. Please welcome the brilliant Sir Patrick Stewart. And then he came up and did that.
I disagree. I think it's disgusting. And if anyone has the excuse to be a bit of a or like dry or cold or whatever, it's definitely Sir Patrick Stewart, I would say.
Yeah,
I'm on his side.
It's also like level of aggression, like, getting all up in his face and like,
Exactly, yeah.
It's like you become the bad guy no matter what you do or how great of a introduction you gave him. It doesn't matter.
James Corden clearly holds himself to the same level as Patrick Stewart, if not higher, which is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. That is wild.
There was also the time when Ant and Dec played a prank on James Corden, attempting to make him late for work. Although considering they were literally going out of their way to make him angry, James probably gets another pass here. However, when James Corden would post one of the most brutal Reddit Ask Me Anythings in internet history, 3 fan interactions were highlighted, which James had absolutely no excuse for.
Oh no.
Hey James, you won't remember me, but me and my friend sat at a table next to you and Harry Styles plus some others in Manchurian Legends in London's Chinatown about 6 years ago. We didn't bother you, but you were a massively entitled dick who yelled and treated the waitstaff like shit, and when one of my party politely suggested you calm down, you got really aggressive and threatening.
In a chubby way, like a boozy panda. What is that?
Stop it. Kind of a cute way, right?
throbbing Bellin in a chubby way like a boozy panda. It's such an unnecessary roast, but very necessary and funny.
This post was followed by another which read, I went to a James Corden live recording a while back.
Poor
He had nearly
James.
zero interaction with the audience before/after the show and was on his phone entirely during commercial breaks. I guess that's his prerogative. He may have been having a bad day. I also realize it must be difficult to be on all the time, but I remember being extremely disappointed. By comparison, I've been to a Jimmy Fallon recording and a Letterman recording, and I can say with full conviction that those guys really seemed like they cared about their audience and worked their hardest to entertain them, even while the cameras weren't recording.
I've heard that a lot about David Letterman. He seems like I've heard a lot that he's a really good dude. And Jimmy Fallon, I don't really know. He seems like a good guy, but it's definitely hard to be on all the time, I feel like. But at the same time, it's not that difficult to just be grateful for the people that have gotten you to where you are and just not be a piece of shit.
It's very easy just to not be rude, you know?
Yeah, it's very easy
You don't actually
to just
have to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you just say, yeah, thank you. How you doing? You just have to appear nice and not get frustrated.
Yep, that's it.
Yep. That's what I do when, you know, a 12-year-old comes up and says, can I get a photo? And instead of saying, no, get out of my presence, I say, absolutely. I'm so happy to see you, man. I appreciate it. I have my fingers crossed.
And then when you walk away, you
James
go,
Corden.
oh, in private, then you roast him like, God, oh man, that guy.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, glad that's over. I've had a lot of really good experiences whenever people have been very kind. One guy rang my doorbell at 8 a.m. though.
Oh, well.
Found out where I live.
That's not,
rang my
that's
doorbell
never
at 8
cool.
a.m.
Never cool.
Yeah. I was like, hey man, how about you fucking leave me alone? Anyways, let's move on. Leave my house. Thank you.
Yeah, never show up. If you know where a YouTuber lives, never go to their house.
If you don't know who lives there, if you've never met them in real life and they haven't explicitly allowed you to come to your home, don't go to their house.
Don't
just
do
in
it.
general. And then I spit on him and slammed the door shut.
Yes. And then he went. He was never a fan again. He's on here writing Reddit. Oh, he was so rude.
He pressed the dislike button on my video.
Between each take, the other celebs would be chatting amongst themselves, bantering about. James was glued to his phone. At the end of the filming, people got up to go get pictures with James, and he massively kicked off shouting at people to go away and go back to their seats. And the few he did let have pictures with, he was moody as. Why are you, James, such a deeply unpleasant person? Did your parents raise you that way? No. Have you ever considered being funny or likable? James, are you aware that everyone thinks you're a hack and a talentless asshat? With his third comment here relating to the next reason behind James Corden's decline.
I almost feel bad kind of now. After the AMA, that would make me sour.
No, don't feel bad for him. He has built
He
this.
deserves
This is
it.
the karma. This is
True.
This is what he's reaping what he sowed.
It's a sandcastle, his shitty sandcastle he built. Isn't that what's the saying? You made the bed, you have to sleep in it too?
Yeah, I know that one.
Is that the
right.
setting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You built the sandcastle, you've got to live in it.
But the water, the water's coming in.
It's too small. It's too small. Shut up.
A petition requesting that James Corden not be cast in Wicked the movie gained close to 110,000 signatures.
He is a bad
after friends
actor.
announced that James Corden would be hosting the TV show's 15-year
No,
reunion.
he got a
received Twitter
he got a
responses
Grammy.
such
He got a British Oscar.
Yeah, a British Oscar. That's it. A British Oscar, which is like the equivalent of like a participation award, I guess. Ah!
Yeah, we have a British Oscar too. It's called a Razzie. But I'm just kidding. I tease British people a lot and they get mad. Yeah. They get mad.
James Corden adding the Friends reunion to the list of things he's ruined with his mere presence. Additionally, after starring as the main character in the 2019 film Cats, the movie received a 2.8 out of 10 star rating on IMDb, as well as reviews so awful that James Corden didn't even end up watching the movie himself.
So before we go here, let's go back to the Cats thing. Have you seen Cats?
Hell no, I haven't seen Cats.
Dude, don't watch Cats. I haven't seen it either. I will never watch it. It looks so dumb that I feel like if I watched it, there would be an irrevocable level of just I would have a worse outlook on the world and humanity if I watched that movie.
True.
Look, you can't keep eating as much as you want and as shitty a food as you want. You just can't.
That is not something that anybody wants to hear, though.
People loved it until James Corden said something.
As mentioned, James Corden wasn't too happy with these comments and would call Bill Maher out by making both some reasonable arguments.
If making fun of fat people made them lose weight, there'd be no fat kids in schools, and I'd have a six-pack by now.
As well as some awful ones, such as a zero personal responsibility statement that Bill Maher was simply lucky to have a body that burned more calories than him.
He missed a great opportunity to literally save lives. He took the easy way out. Of course, you can always get applause for saying, oh, let's boo the mean man who's told the truth. That's not brave.
Slightly based Bill Maher, I have to say. That seems like a fairly logical thing to say. He literally could have saved lives. He could have, I mean, genuinely, he could have helped, like, just be like, you know, try to eat healthy if you can. That's a better outlook than just defending yourself for no reason and taking no sort of like level of, I mean, it just seems like a very James Corden way to respond to something.
I keep on wanting to say like the science guy, Bill Maher, the science guy.
yeah, Bill Nye, yeah.
I have a hot scoop
They're
for
different.
you. I have a hot scoop for this video. All right.
Okay.
I recently discovered that I'm fat phobic.
You're fat phobic?
I'm fat phobic. I'm not scared of fat people. You know, they're cool to hang out with them. You know, whatever fat people are, they're cool.
Yeah.
But I am scared of. I'm already overweight, but continuing to get overweight and continue to get more unhealthy, and you know the whole like, oh, my kids, no, oh, you know, that whole conversation. I am scared of that, and I'm fat phobic. I'm sorry. I know you're all disappointed. I am scared of it.
That's actually funny.
I'm horrified right now.
I'm horrified. I can hear you shaking and rattling.
I know. I'm just looking at myself like, no!
There were supporters for both sides of the argument. However, James unnecessarily forcing himself into such a divisive conversation where people already disagree with him was probably a net negative toward his reputation, just like the time his carpool karaoke was outed for being fake. The segment during which James Corden drives around singing songs with various famous musicians was called out by a user on Twitter in early 2020 after they noticed Justin Bieber and James Corden
Did they
in the
think
car,
it was real?
which wasn't being driven but rather being pulled on a trailer.
Dude, I feel bad for anyone who thinks that that's real.
What do you mean it's not real?
What do you mean?
What?
My whole life has flashed before my eyes.
I have based my entire being off that show being real.
Next, you're going to tell me Keeping Up with the Kardashians isn't real.
Bro. Even Kim Kardashian's like sex tape was a planned thing.
Yeah, for sure. Ray J and Kim K, absolutely. Never seen it, but I know how to find it if you want it.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Yeah, I've never seen it either. You know, Mary. Yeah, I've never seen it.
That's the next video we should react to.
Yes.
Which prompted an incredibly hilarious response from James Corden himself, in which he would go ahead and debunk the claim that the series had been faked.
95% of the time, I really am endangering the lives of the world's biggest pop stars. Here is a list of every carpool karaoke where I've used a tow, and this is a list of every one where I was driving the car, okay?
Wow, that's dope. Regardless of debunk or not, like I don't think this is something that needs to be debunked. I feel like people should, like, it doesn't add to it at all that he's like if he's driving or not. It's not, it still doesn't matter.
Yeah. You'd actually have to watch his show to know that he debunked it to begin with. And all these people that are commented have never watched his show. They just saw the articles, like, you know, that's it.
Who cares? Anyway, yeah, like at the end, it's crazy.
Can't believe all these celebrities put up with this fake show. Next time, at least drive the damn car. It seems like even when James Corden is in the right, his audience selectively decides that he's still in the wrong, which has also been speculated as part of the reason behind his recent announcement that he's leaving the public spotlight.
He left?
Yes, sir.
On the 29th of April 2022, James Corden would upload a video to his YouTube channel titled James Corden Discusses His Late Night Future, in which he'd announced that he'd only be hosting the show for one more year.
I've decided to sign for one more year on the show, and that this will be my last year.
And Ken are anti-James Corden all day. Boo. Yes, sir. Boo, James Corden. James Corden leaving late night show. Win.
Yeah, I'm still not going to watch it because it's not building up any hype for me. Don't care.
Who cares? Anyways, moving on.
We're a really long way away from home, and we're a really long way away from people who are getting older, and we're a really long way from them if something should ever happen. And that plays on my mind a lot.
He's so far away from his family. If only he didn't have that private jet, he could just hop on and go visit them whenever he wanted to.
That's a good point as well. Yeah, I was like, I was leaning into it. I was like, okay, that does make a lot of sense, right? You know, you want to be close to your family and stuff, but let's see, what's his net worth? $70 million. Okay, maybe buy your family a house or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe move them over, right?
Yeah, I would. That's what I would do if I had $70 million. Dude, come on.
James Corden is a
Retirement.
talentless bag of garbage. Goodbye,
Garbage.
good riddance. Finally, we don't want him anymore. Ruins everything he's involved in. Probably one of the most annoying people in the business, it seems. Please don't come back to the UK. Please don't come back to the UK. Please don't come back to the UK.
Awesome.
Farewell, James Corden. You were an asshole.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, all the stuff like the Bill Maher thing, the fat shaming thing, I feel like that's not that big of a deal. The him like leaving late night, that's not a big deal. The Patrick Stewart thing, that bothered me a lot. And the people just saying that he's a like to waiters and stuff, that just always bothers me so much too. Being mean to service like people in the service industry, that I just can't understand that at all.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same, I guess the same vein of like, you know, if we're doing commentary, but we're like going as hard as we are on James Corden against like someone, I don't know, just a random YouTube channel, like the whole punching down concept.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of the same thing it falls into when they're making fun of people that are just trying to do their job, you know?
Yeah, just
or going hard on them.
Yeah. It's like you can make jokes, whatever. You can do whatever. But if you're just being like overtly rude just for no reason, like it's fine to have like a level of hypocrisy. But if you're just mistreating someone simply to mistreat them because you're just a dick, that just seems bad.
Seems like you're just a...
Yeah, it seems like you're just a... It's stuff like this makes me want to be a better person. Like whenever I see this, it makes me want to be more aware.
Yeah, I'm going back and like thinking of all my fan interactions I've had in the past. I'm just like, oh God, who am I? Why?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, man, I wish I would have, maybe I should have kissed him on the lips. Just kidding. Bad joke.